You cannot have a day like this without talking to somebody who joins us every year for the V Foundation show and also has been a staple at ESPN for 3 decades, and that's Dick Vitale. He joins us here on the Michael Kay Show. Dickie V, it's Don LaGreca and Om Youngmasuk. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm doing really well, Don and Om. Just been on several shows, Mike and Mike, and obviously Stephen A. Smith, and now you guys. And it's all about today raising dollars for cancer. Some great items out there. I hope that people would bid. Go to ESPN.com because they may save the life of someone they love. Cancer is a vicious disease, and it affects all, whether one is rich or poor, black or white. It doesn't matter. It'll bring you to your knees. And I just heard the little bit with Larry Fitzgerald, and I'll tell you this flat up and down. I use it a lot when I do motivational speeches. Simply put, you are a billionaire if you have your health. You are a billionaire if you have your health. Please believe me.
Dick, this is Om from ESPN New York. We were just talking about young little Lacey Hallsworth. I went to Michigan State, so that was a big story for Michigan State Spartans, but then it became a national story, and you were also impacted by Lacey's life. Can you talk about her impact on you and just how this falls into everything about today with what with what we're talking about?
Well, I've dedicated myself right now. I'm going to plead, I'm going to beg to my last breath to raise money for kids battling cancer. And one of the reasons kids like Lacey, a lot of people don't know some of the kids I'll mention. I'll mention a Peyton Wright. I'll mention a Johnny Tice. I'll mention a Dylan Simmons. I'll mention an Adrian Littlejohn. They have something all in common. You know what they have that's common? That breaks my heart? They're not with us anymore. They're all gone. All young kids who are hit and afflicted with that disease that not only affects them but their families, what it does to the mom and dad, to the brothers, the sisters. It's a vicious disease. You mentioned Lacey. Got to know Lacey a little bit. I did a game up in Michigan State with Indiana, and when I did that game, I couldn't believe after the game how Adrian Payne went over in the crowd and started hugging this little girl. And I asked him what this is all about, and they told me. Well, I introduced myself, got to know the parents, and we brought them out to my gala 2 years ago. They came to my gala, Adrian, Tom Izzo, and Lacey. Captivated the crowd when Dan Schulman introduced her in front of our 870 people who paid $1,000 a person to be with us as we have a gala every year now. And I'm going to tell you, she won the hearts of everyone, won my heart. I stayed in touch with the family, got to know her fairly well, stayed in touch with Matt, Heather, the mom and dad. And when I got the news, when I was driving in a car, that she passed, I have to be very honest, cried like a baby. She was such a beautiful kid. Her smile, so angelic, affected so many. Well, at this year's gala, we paid a tribute to her, and I can tell you, I wish we didn't have to pay a tribute, but we raised $250,000 just to get a research grant in her name to help other kids. People, you've been touched by Lacey? Go to my website, DickVitaleOnline.com. You'll see a picture of me with Lacey, and you can hit it there and donate. But my goal is to raise another $2 million by May 15th of next year for, again, kids battling cancer. No child should be doing chemo. But today is all about the auction, so I beg you, go to ESPN.com, get involved. You may affect someone you love. Research is needed. The medical people need dollars. They need dollars, and we can't beat this disease unless we get cash.
And, Dickie, you've been there from the ground floor, 1993, Jimmy V's speech. You were there from the very beginning. In the last 21 years, have you been able to see the effect this foundation has had on people?
Absolutely. I think the one thing that we're very proud of, every dollar we raise, Don, every dollar for research that we go out and get goes to research, not 80 cents. Every dollar. We have an endowment that pays off all the administrative costs. That's why the V Foundation has received the highest rating you can get from Navigator, who rates different foundations, a 4-star rating. Very proud of that. And we have had so many research grants in so many areas, whether it be lung cancer, breast cancer, whether it be colon cancer, hospitals all over receiving grants from Sloan Kettering to Johns Hopkins to you name them, Anderson out in Houston, Duke's Hospital. And now I'm dedicating myself. We've raised $12 million to children. children, because only 4% of every dollar raised for cancer research goes for kids, and we must help. There's nothing worse. I was telling Stephen A. Smith, I spoke at a funeral. I speak all over doing corporate events, motivational speeches, black tie events, banquets. It was the toughest speech I ever had to give in my life when the family asked me to speak at the funeral for their son, Adrian. I'm going to tell you, broke my heart, as it would anybody, watching a mom and dad put their child to rest. I went to another funeral this year for Eddie Livingston, a youngster, a neighbor of mine. Watching those people there breaks your heart. I beg you people, please help. I'm a little selfish here. I got 5 grandchildren that are healthy, between 8 and 12. And I want to make sure, God forbid, something ever happened, that there is research that can help these kids. So please, please, think about your grandchild. Think about your child. Please donate. Like I said, you can go to DickVitale.online.com, but today it's about an auction item. So go out there, ESPN.com, find some item you like, and make a bid.
Dick, have you gotten a chance to see all the stuff that they have that you can, bid for on auctions? Anything that's kind of really struck you as pretty cool?
Well, I thought it was cool. It was mine. Listen to this. We had a great item. 2 tickets to my gala. We're going to honor this year Jim Boeheim, Lovie Smith, and Jimbo Fisher. We had 83 celebrities last year. We'll have a bunch of celebrities. Last year we had the 4 Tops. Post-gala the year before we had the Temptations. And then in addition to that home, they get not only tickets to the gala. Saturday night we have a bash for celebrities. All the celebrities at my house, casual, and we have a bash at the house. People have to donate to come to that bash. They have to spend about $25,000. And we have an unbelievable party. Plus, they're going to get airfare, stay at the beautiful Ritz-Carlton Resort, and we got some money today for that, so I'm happy about that. But that was one that hit me. But there's so many. There's Chris Everett. You can play tennis with her. You got one with Robin Roberts there. You got so many beautiful, beautiful items.
Now, Dick, is Lionel Richie going to be at your gala? Because I saw you were live tweeting from his concert the other night. All the hits. You gave us a play-by-play blow of all his songs that he did. The concert sounded pretty amazing.
Well, let me tell you this. It's amazing that you say that, right? Here it is. I got an email right here. I've been listening to all the radio coverage about the gala, and I had to keep talking about the Lionel Richie tweets with your husband, Dickie V. She said it to my wife. I'm so tickled to death that I was able to make this all happen. If Dick is serious about asking Lionel for next year, please let me know, because I will go to him. This is a PR person with Lionel Richie. And you know what? You just gave me a great idea, Don. But I don't know if we have the money that we could afford him, but we're going to try. Lionel Richie, he electrified that place. It was unbelievable. But I really, I'm able to go to that concert. There are a lot of people that aren't. I think I told you guys, I know Michael and you, Don, one time, and something I will never, ever forget as long as I live. They had Dickie V Day at All Children's Hospital up in St. Petersburg, Florida. And I went there, and a buddy of mine bought like hundreds of my books. I have a children's book for kids 2 to 6, and it's all about the alphabet, R for run, J for jump, A for awesome. And they asked if I would read it to all these little kids if they got them out of their rooms, and they did. And they brought all these kids in. And I'm reading to them. J for jump, they're jumping. B for ball, they make like they're bouncing the ball. When I got done, I said to them, I said, gee whiz, those kids look as healthy as my grandkids. I don't understand this. They said, all those kids you read to, Dickie V, all those kids, leukemia, many of them brain tumors, all kinds of problems physically. And I'll tell you, they then told me, you know what their mothers and fathers do? They're not going to Lionel Richie or going to baseball games like I go. They're not doing that. They sit at their bedside from 7 in the morning to 11. As one dad has told me, and so many, I'm sure, if you gather and talk to them, would say the same, it's 24/7. You can't work. You can't do anything. All you're doing is thinking about your child doing chemo and radiation. I shared that today with Stephen A. as well on his show, and it really, I could share this 5 million times because I will never forget that moment. My wife and I walked to the car. It was like a water faucet. One of both of us thinking about our 5 grandkids, thinking that could be us, thinking it could be you, your child, anybody. It's brutal what these people face.
And you were right. If you're a healthy person, that's the equivalent of being a billionaire. Dickie, thank you so much for all the work that you do. Best of luck with everything, and stay in touch, okay?
Okay, I will definitely stay in touch. I want to simply change subject real quick here. Derek Jeter. If we could only have more Derek Jeters in the world of
I know,
sport,
right?
oh, man, it would be so beautiful. He is one kind of guy, as special as it gets.
And 2 in a row with Mo last year and now Derek this year.
Absolutely.
It's just been unbelievable. Dickie, enjoy it, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Thanks.